and welcome back to our channel. After introducing the Headstock Gluing Jig, it's time for the Neck Spline Jig. The Neck Spline Jig teams up with the Headstock Gluing Jig to ensure a more stable and lasting repair on a broken headstock. However, it obviously works with the typical broken headstock repair, manually with clamps. This jig allows you to easily route two cavities on the broken headstock joint you just glued, in order to place and glue two pieces of hardwood to reinforce the repair and stability between the neck and the headstock. It is very customizable, so you can work and adjust it your own way to be suitable for the different styles of necks and headstocks. So it doesn't confine the depth, length or width of the splines you're willing to do. There is two center finding rules displayed on the jig base, so you can lock the neck right at the center. The jig features 3 locking points, 1 brace and 2 bolts for the neck and 2 bolts for the headstock. Keep in mind to not over-tighten the bolts on the headstock, so the acrylic parts don't bend. There is 3 holes on the acrylic side parts to adjust the angle of the aluminium base where the rudder will sit and glide. The most common for this LP style neck is the middle one, or the top one in case you need the angle to be more steep. The jig includes 2 acrylic bases, one for Bosch GKF 600, DeWalt D26 200 and Makita RT 0700C, and the other one for Makita 3709. When routing the spline cavities, it's important to bear in mind the truss rod cavity. For that, we're using this 15mm tape, which is the most common width on the truss rod cavity, to mark the area we don't want to overtake. We also draw 2 lines on the tape, 60mm between them, that makes 30mm for each side of the breaking line. Now it's time to adjust the base where the router will run and measure where to place or create a stopper. The base offers some predefined holes to screw the stoppers, but you might have to create your own solution depending on the neck and the angle you're working. As we stated earlier on this video, our aim was to make the jig suitable for everyone, for the different styles and angles. So, as you can see, that requires some final adjustments and solutions from the Guitar Tech or Luthier. The acrylic side parts allow you to understand where you need to place a stopper. According to the specific neck and its breaking line, we had to create 2 pieces of wood with precise dimensions to respect the target of a 60mm long spline cavity. Keep in mind that this method will always be different. We're using a 10mm bit and we advise you to route the cavity multiple times, adding 2mm on depth each time you route until you hit the desired depth. After you finish the first cavity, you just need to turn around the router, as it is intentionally off-center. And it's done! We ended up with a 10mm cavity, but every work is different, so the depth is always your choice. We hope you enjoyed this video and the Neck Spline Jig. Check out our website to know more about it and also many other tools and supplies. Don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned to more videos.